Hello, Mario. This is Claude. How are you?
Good, Claude. I'm good. How are
Okay,
you?
I'm good, thank you. Today we're going to talk about Facebook and how to set up your profile so you could come across as someone of authority, of confidence, and whatever you want to uh, portray yourself to be and to attract people, you would be able to do that quite easily. Okay, so I'm going to go to my Facebook page and uh, tell me once you can see this. Yeah, this closes the chat window down. Can you see my Facebook page now?
I can. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So most people that I speak to have no idea of the different columns and sections of Facebook. So we'll cover that first, and then I'll walk you through how to set up your Facebook page. Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. Here are some of the points that I'm going to cover. Can you see this section here? Points to be covered. Can you see this?
Which side?
Points to be covered.
No, I can't see. Nothing's coming up.
Okay. Well,
Your
anyway, I'm going to talk to you about the different sections of your Facebook page, what you need
okay.
in your About Me section, what are the important
Yeah.
parts for you to fill in there, why is it important that you have a great profile picture as well as a timeline picture, and the inbox as well as the other box that most people do not look for messages. Okay, are we ready?
Okay. Yeah.
So can you check to see if you can see my Facebook page on your screen right now?
I can.
Okay, excellent. Let's move to the top right hand corner. Out here where you see my cursor moving very slowly is called the ticker. This is
Okay.
where you will see your friends or your fans, if you have a fan page, if they have posted something or they are interacting with you, this is where they will see your posts and they will click on what you just put up. Okay.
Okay.
Just below that is a chat section of Facebook, and this is where you'll see your friends' names pop up. You can actually close this section if you scroll down right to the bottom, and you see the little tag called Options. If you click on
Yeah.
Options, you'll be able to hide this section here. You'll also be able to create groups of friends you want to chat. Like I've got a group here at the bottom. By adding people's names to a message, they become part of a group conversation, and you could create group conversations that would then be listed in this part of the chat section down below. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So uh, now the next section that we would like to look at is first is on the left hand bar. You'll see all the different areas that you have added to in your About Me section. Populate this little area here. Where you live in, who you married to, where you from, your present qualifications, where you studied, and people are following you. Okay?
Yeah.
Then comes your friends, and then comes your photos, and and books that you read, videos that you've seen, etc., etc. I suggest that you should populate these different areas with albums, with photos, with books that you read, because people, when they're searching and looking up your profile, most people would then look up your look up to see what you read, whatever movies you watch, so that they can then see if you're an interesting person that they should connect with. And the way they do that is they go to the section called More. And if they go down more, and for example, in my case, if they want to see the books that I've read, all they have to do is click books. And if I put any books here, the books that I've read would pop up here. So then they can see that, hi, this guy likes The Secret, he likes Robert Kiyosaki's books, he likes motivation books, financial books. So they get to, an idea what type of person I am. Okay? So
Okay.
this is when you're searching for a prospect on Facebook. What I normally do is I search the right hand bar under the timeline tab. So the tab that you saw first, the page you saw first, is under the tab timeline. I tend to search this section to see how interesting this person is. I tend to check to see what he is posting on his post, and also if he's leaving comments under his posts, who else is leaving comments. I try to look at all this, okay, because I get an idea of who this person is. Okay, are you following with me so
Yeah.
far?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay. So the next thing what you want to do is you want to go to your about me section. This is very very important, and you need to do a few things here that quite a lot of people don't do often enough. And this is, first of all, go to your work in a education area, and fill up your work in education up here. Okay, and if you're working for yourself, just say working at, and put the word self-employed. Okay, or working at. um, Self-employed is fine. People get an idea that you are working for yourself. Okay,
Yeah.
and fill up the section here. Fill up the section of your studies, where you studied at, which schools you came from, so people get an idea of where you are, where you've come from. So then they can they can then decide if you're an interesting person or not. The next place that you want to fill in is places you lived. And what you should do is, I've not filled in other areas like India or Kuala Lumpur. I should, and this would give people an idea that I have lived in different places. Okay, so this is an
Okay.
area that I should come back and fill up. Now, your basic contact information should be all filled in properly. The phone number. I see people, marketers especially, who have profile pages and they don't fill in all these details. Okay, so this is very
Yeah.
very important. Okay, fill up each one of these separately, and then go down here and put, sorry, I put my date as 1934. I should change that. I'll change that later. I'll change it now. I'm not that old. I'm old, but not that old.
1934.
Okay, and I confirm my age is 55, and I say that. Okay, so this
Yeah.
Facebook page was set up long time ago, and I didn't want someone to hack my page, so I did that. So anyway, then comes family and relationships. Okay, so if you're connected to anyone on Facebook, family members who would like to add you, you would put their names here so that people then know that you have a family. You know, who are these people?
Yeah.
Are they just people that are not connected with anyone, or do they belong to a community? The next section, so this is very important that you do this, because if you want to come across as someone interesting, this is very very important. The next place that you should fill in is the details about you. You write a short story about 200 to maybe 400 words about yourself. Sprinkle your links in between, like, you know, maybe a link to your business page, maybe your Facebook fan page, or maybe your Twitter account, etc. So that, and right at the end, probably you could leave your name and phone number as well, so they can. I've got a very long story here. Sorry, and your Skype address. Okay,
Mm.
are you following there? Okay, so all these links that you
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
this section here is hyperlinked. Hyperlinked means that they put your cursor over that, and you either click it or right click it. When I say right click, when you right click something, it'll open up in a new window. Okay, so
Okay.
this is interesting, because if I were to open, let me have a look at this line. See this line here? Hello, this is Claude. I'm a Usana distributor. Let me open another Facebook page of mine, and I'll show you something. Okay. I'm not too sure in your section you can see my About Me section, because I can't see it here. Okay. But if you can see my about, can you see this line here in the about me section? Hello, Claude. This
Yes.
is how. Can you see that?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Can you see that somewhere down here on your page? Can you open
On my
my Facebook
page.
page on my Facebook page and have a look? Generally, it should come up here, but if it doesn't,
I can't move.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's move forward. Okay. Now the last
Yeah.
section, and this is only probably one out of say 500 people do this, or even more, is that they don't fill up their life events. And life events are very important because it gives people a chance to see what you've done every year. Okay, so try to populate this. You can go back, you can predate it to as far back as you want. See, I've gone back, even Facebook was not around at that time, but I've gone back and put the date as 1979, and I put some stuff here. If I right click this, it may bring up some information about. So what I've done was I found pictures of my old college. I've written a little story about that, and I put my link here so that if they want to connect with me, then this becomes began. So these live events are very, very important. Okay. So I hope you do that. The way
Okay.
you do that is to click this here, this link here, and it'll open a
Okay.
new window.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you got
Okay.
a choice.
Yeah.
I'm just opening this in a new window. I'll show you that so you have an idea what a live event, how to set up a live event.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
making sense?
Yeah. A lot of sense. Yeah.
Okay. Because the first thing I do when I see someone's profile page is I see if they filled in their live events. How interesting is this person? Okay, so when a live event
Okay.
opens, let me have a look if it's open. Okay, well it doesn't. Yeah, well, if you click that, it should open Mario. Okay, all right. I don't want to click it now
Okay.
because there's delays. Okay,
Yeah.
so then the next thing is what you need to do is this covers everything in the about section. Okay, remember the live
Okay.
events. And where do you see
Yeah.
live events? You see live events when you get to someone's page. Or for example, let me get to this page here. Okay, see here, recent. See these things here. Can you see where my cursor is?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Here. So this is where your live events start to populate. So people then can see what you did in each of these years. Is this the same Claude Fluenfo that was with me in catering college or in business in Brisbane? Okay, and if there's nothing there, nothing will
Okay.
be up here. So this person is pretty boring, in other words. Okay,
Okay.
okay. Now then, I've got two more things to talk about, and first, the second last one is about your profile picture. You must remember that your profile picture has to be very clear and people can see you, because this is what they're going to see when in a message. See this thing here?
Yeah.
This little
Yeah.
picture here. Okay, and when they hover that,
Yeah.
they can see what you do. You know, you're a gold director in USANA, etc. And they see if you're an interesting person or not. The next thing is your
Yeah.
profile picture, your timeline picture. Yeah, you can get someone to do this professionally. There are very cheap online services for about $10 or $15 that can do this for you, right? Or you can do it yourself. Or if you don't have anything right now, just put a beautiful scenery out there so it shows people that what you want to do. You know, you want to be free, whatever. Okay, so don't cluster it with.
Yeah.
If you're chasing pets in the garden and they can't see you properly, then there's no connection that this is your page. What is the story here?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm
Yeah.
trying to portray lifestyle. You know. Prosperity, and I've created this page, this picture.
Okay.
And the way to do that is to click the little camera you see here on your screen and then follow the prompts. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, with the Facebook profile picture, Facebook sizes it down to this size. But with the timeline picture, you really need to size it yourself. So if you look at one of
Okay.
the online sizing picture of sizing software such as GIMP, you can Google the dimensions for a Facebook timeline picture, and then input those into GIMP, and then create your own picture by overlaying different fonts, other pictures on top of that, etc. Okay,
Okay.
and if you do not know how to use GIMP, just go to YouTube and find a video there that will help you to use the software GIMP. It's all free. Okay.
Okay.
So now we come to the very last section of today's short tutorial, and that is looking for your messages. Up here you see three red bars right now. The very first one to the left of my screen is new people trying to reach out to me and connect. Next is the message center that we're going to talk about, and then is the notifications. The notifications are when someone either likes or tags or message. Sorry, just likes and tags you with your name. That'll come up as a notification that someone is talking about you. Okay. So just before we go to messages,
Yeah.
I want to talk about this little arrow here. Click that arrow, and you will see where you can create groups, create pages, create ads, your activity log, news feed preferences. This is where you'll set your settings up. I'll do another hangout about this whole section, but this is another area that we should look at in another hangout. Okay. So if you go into
Okay.
messages here and look at messages, you see a number of messages here for people, and if they are online, these little green dots where you can see my cursor now right to the far right of the screen is showing you that this person Glenn Fox is actually online. Okay.
Okay.
Now Ravi Singh uh, is online. He sent me a message, and most people will look at the inbox. Okay, but what we don't see is the other box that Facebook has. And if you click that, this is where people who are not friends of yours yet, if they message you, instead of all those messages coming into your inbox, Facebook has created the other box. So it's good that you actually go here from time to time and have a look and see who are these people, because you can
Yes.
then Facebook message them and add and try to add them to your Facebook. Just be careful how you add them, because if you add them too fast, Facebook can ban you. All right.
Yes.
So this brings us to the end of today's short webinar. I hope you have learned a lot. And in the
Yes,
next
Claude.
webinar, we'll cover a few more points about Facebook, how to set up your settings, and then how to find specific posts that are finding interest, and how to create more discussions or gossip around those posts so that it goes more viral. So I'll talk about that in my next tutorial. Until then,
Yeah.
have fun this week, and I'll see you next week. All right.
Yeah.
Take care.
Thanks, Claude.
Bye.
Learned a lot. Yeah.
Thank you. You take care. God bless. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
God bless. Yes. Bye.